just so small.
This is Obi Smith, and you're tuned in to About That. Alrighty, guys. Hello. Oh, what? Hearing my own voice there just like totally caught me off guard. Hey guys, how's it going? Nice to see you. It's been a minute. I'm okay. Thanks for asking. I don't know if you guys heard it in the intro. My name is Obi Smith, and we are talking about some shit today. I am in a mood. I may or may not have an axe to grind. It is currently February 16th. You know what that means, right? It was just Valentine's Day. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but that's totally my thing. Wrong. I'm not a huge Valentine's Day person. And, like, the thing is, like, I'm not going to sit here and talk to you guys about how, like, you know, with Valentine's Day and how, like, historically where it, you know, how it was created and stuff like that and how it's, like, a pagan holiday and, you know, it's because of some guy decided to execute two men who happened to share the name Valentine, and then it became St. Valentine's Day by the Roman Catholic Church. Like, no, I'm not going to sit here. Like, if you can name, like, any historical holiday that doesn't stem from some fucking terrible instance in history, I'll give you $5. Like, seriously, like, whether it's, like, you know, the pagan long-forgotten rituals of Christmas or the colonization and murder that has to do with Columbus Day, like, every holiday is gonna have just, like, a really just not cool origin story. Like, that's just the thing. You know, like, with Valentine's Day, like, it was like literally like a sacrificial ceremony, and, like, they, like, beat women with, like, hides because that was supposed to encourage fertility. Like, yeah, it sucks. I don't care about that. And it's not like the commercialization of Valentine's Day either. Like, obviously, if I had an issue with commercialization of holidays, then I wouldn't love Christmas. I am a slut for Christmas. I love Christmas. I don't know if I have mentioned this before, but I love Christmas. I love the lights. I love the festive cheers. Last Christmas is, like, my favorite song. I love Wham! Exclusively because of that song, and other ones, of course. Careless Whisper. Love that shit. But, like, I love Christmas. I love just everything about it. I love the stupid commercials and then the music and the festive and the cheer and the apple pie and all this shit. Like, I love Christmas, so I don't have a problem with the commercialization of Valentine's Day. Cool. The thing, I don't, and, like, the thing is, too, I love love. Oh my God. I love love. And I'm one of those people, like, I'm, like, a hopeless romantic, but I'm also, like, a crack ass. Like, I'm, like, I don't know. Like, I bounce around. That was a poor choice of words. I've always had, like, issues with love and stuff like that. Like, it's always never really came easy to me. But God, I love it. I love it so much. I love everything about love. I'm going to say love so many times. Take a shot every time I say love. No, I mean, I love Pride and Prejudice. Of course, 2005, Keira Knightley. That is my comfort and one of my favorite movies. That movie makes me feel things. And the whole concept of Pride and Prejudice in itself, like, I love Bridget Jones' Diary because it's very loosely based off of the dynamic in Pride and Prejudice. And it also has Colin Firth, who played Mr. Darcy in is it 95 or 85? It's either 95 or 85, but the miniseries by BBC. I love Pride and Prejudice. I love Bridget Jones' Diary. I love Something Borrowed. I love rom-coms, every Adam Sandler rom-com. Like, I love that shit. I eat it up and I will watch it, and it is awesome. And, like, you know, I've even been in relationships that are, like, a rom-com. It feels like a rom-com. Like, I feel like I'm in a romantic comedy. And, like, you know, like, the whole, like, back and forth and stuff like that. Like, I love that shit. I really do. I love it. I mean, it's like, but with Valentine's Day, it feels like there's like unnecessary pressure around it to, like, love or be loved, and even the unloved feel this pressure about it. Like, it's not that anyone's really unloved. I'm sorry for calling. It sounded like I was calling single people unloved. I am not, but there's always someone who loves you in your life. Like, that's the thing, whether it's family or whether it's unrequited or something like that. Like, there's always going to be love. But, like, there's just this unnecessary pressure when it comes to Valentine's Day. And then when the day actually fucking comes, it is literally so insignificant. Like, it literally does not matter. Anything that happens on that day will not, like, who fucking cares? Like, whether you're, like, single, like, obviously if you're single, it's going to be like a little gut punch. Be like, oh, damn. I don't have anyone on Valentine's Day. I guess I'll hang out with my gals. Galentine's. Ooh, like, yeah, okay. Or if you are with someone, you and your partner go out and get dinner. If you end up staying in or stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Like, these, like, I don't think there needs to be, like, some type of, like, big grand gesture to show affection towards people. Like, I don't think that it's really that important. Like, I don't know. Like, you should be showing love to yourself and your partners daily. And I get it. It's like an anniversary. Like, it's not even like an anniversary. With an anniversary, at least you're actually, like, celebrating, like, I don't know, like in a momentous occasion in your specific relationship. That's why you celebrate that. Like, obviously you love the person every day, but it's like, oh, here's an anniversary that to commemorate the, existence of our love, that. Like, we got those. We don't need fucking stupid Valentine's Day. And then we were in school and stuff like that. Valentine's Day was like, like everyone, you make the little Valentines that you go and you get from Walmart, and the ones that are coming to my head right now are the Transformers ones with those shitty little heart stickers that you write a name and then you walk around and you drop it in everyone's personalized fucking hot Mod Podge shoebox. And like you always felt this thing where it was like you had to give one to everyone type of thing because you don't want anyone to be left out. But there were those bitches that you didn't like and you didn't want to give your cool Transformers Valentines. Like, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve my cool Valentine. No, but, like, that's what it was. Like, like, when you get older, it's, like, like, little, like, candy grams type of things. And, you have a crush on, like, insert name here in third period. And or, like, in, like, his homeroom. And you're like, hey, like, happy Valentine's Day. And you send it, and then they get it in homeroom. And then you realize that you didn't get one. And the one you did get one was from your shitty high school boyfriend. Am I bitter? Is that why I don't like Valentine's Day? Because I'm bitter? I don't know. Like, the thing is I always remember when it comes to Valentine's Day, just like all this unnecessary pressure leading up to it, where I'm like, oh my God, Valentine's Day is coming up. I have to have a good outfit, or like, am I going to be going out to dinner with someone? Am I going to be doing something, or am I going to be going out? Am I going to be drinking? Like, da-da-da-da-da. Am I going to be working, or am I just going to make money on Valentine's Day and just get a bottle of wine and watch Pride and Prejudice for the millionth time in my fucking life by myself in my apartment? Like, what am I going to do? And that's the only really thing that I remember from Valentine's Day is all that pressure and stress leading up to it. Like, I was sitting there thinking back, and I was like, was there a traumatic event that made it to where I don't like Valentine's Day? And if I look back and I think about it, I'm thinking, and I'm like, okay, I've been single, and that wasn't fun, but like, meh, whatever. I've gotten like drunk and fucked up on Valentine's Day. I've had Galentines, like I've spent some Valentine's Day just with my mom. Or, I had boyfriends who got me huge teddy bears and roses and set it up on my bed so I could find it whenever I came home. Or, like, I got, like, cards and stuff. My dad used to send flowers to the school for me on Valentine's Day when he was deployed. Like, there are good memories for me around Valentine's Day, but, like, I genuinely was sitting there and I was like, what do I really remember about Valentine's Day? Like, I was married on Valentine's Day. I don't remember what the fuck we did. I'm pretty sure he was in California. I don't even know if I went there for Valentine's Day. I don't remember. And it's such an insignificant holiday. And I think the reason why I don't like it is I always associate it with all this pressure and this like stress about like, what am I gonna do? Bro, do nothing. It's the same thing with like Halloween. Like, I'm one of those people, like I said, I love Christmas. Love it. I spent Christmas alone this year. Like, not the actual day of Christmas. I did go home eventually to see my family, but I spent Christmas like alone. And I was like, I still had a good time. I ended up getting completely trashed and had to be Ubered home with not my phone or my purse or anything, and ended up throwing up an Uber and having to pay money. I'd say that's a good Christmas all around. But like, like I think about like Halloween. I'm not one of those Halloween people, and people see me. People see me and they assume that I would be a Halloween person. Like, like the tattoos, the dark hair, the energy that I have. Sometimes I do often wear just black, But, like, I don't like Halloween that much. I really don't. I personally don't like the unnecessary pressure that it puts on me. And the thing is I can completely control it. You can control whether you give a fuck about these holidays, but I feel personally pressured by the consumeristic urge to give a fuck about these holidays. Like, you know, like the whole history with Halloween and stuff like that doesn't affect my brain at all. That's not why I don't like it. Why I don't like it is because I have to feel like I have to plan for a Halloween weekend and like plan different costumes and what am I going to do? And if I'm not doing anything, am I even alive? You know, like, I think that's why I'm becoming like this like negative person when it comes to holidays, because I put so much pressure on myself about it. And like, that's pretty much what happened this year with Valentine's Day. Like, I put all this pressure for it to be good, and like I really wanted it to be good, and then I ended up sabotaging it my fucking self. Bing bong. Like, of course I did that. That makes a lot of sense. And I don't know. I think that's genuinely why I don't like it. And like, and also when it comes to like being single and like being like, you know, even if I'm not like a bitter single on Valentine's Day, people just assume that you're bitter and single, and it's like, oh, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? And it's like, oh, nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, motherfucker, I'm good. Thanks though. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Makes me uncomfortable to think about Valentine's Day. And I don't like flowers. I'd be happy if someone got me a plant for Valentine's Day. Or like a big plant, like a huge, like just a big old plant, like a big old house plant. I've always wanted a big old house plant, but like I never buy them. I don't know. That would be perfect to get me for Valentine's Day. I want a big old house plant and some bell peppers. Does that and then like people say that and people be like, oh, you're being quirky, me. And it's like, no, the thing is like if you're gonna do the holiday and you want to make it special, get the person something they fucking want. Like, if you really do care about this person, you want to get them something for Valentine's Day, be like, hey, what do you want anything? Like, anything specific or you know? Like, I don't see a fucking reason. Like, if you know your girl doesn't like flowers or I've gotten my boyfriend flowers on Valentine's Day because I don't see why not. Like, it feels good to get those things. Like, I'd just be like, hey, here you go. Happy Valentine's Day. Here's some flowers. But, like, if a man doesn't want flowers on Valentine's. I know I just got off topic of what I was about to dive into, but it can be a red flag whenever they're like, oh, ew, I don't want flowers. I don't want flowers. It's like, take the fucking flowers. They're pretty. And he's like, oh, well, you don't like flowers. It's like, yeah, that's my specific preference. Okay, well then I don't want flowers. Well then what do you want? I don't know. I just contradicted myself hardcore, but like, I don't know. It's like, do you not want flowers because you don't like flowers? Do you not want flowers because it's like, I hate to say it, but a girl thing, you know? Like, flowers are not they're not gendered specifically. I'm just getting you something. Here you go, flowers. Like, if someone gave me flowers, I'm not going to be like, ew, I don't like flowers. I'm going to be grateful. It's a fucking gift. Like, thank you so much. I appreciate this. It will die because I will not take care of them. They will sit in a vase and just slowly wither away, but I appreciate it. I don't know. And like chocolates and all that God, if there's anything that... I'm not a huge sweets person. I'll put it out there right now. I'm not a big sweets person. I really just don't like them. But there's something about a motherfucking bite-sized Kit Kat. Dude, I love Valentine's Day because they make those little Kit Kat heart things. And I don't usually like sweets or anything like that. Like, I genuinely don't want those things. But, like, there's something about... And it specifically has to be around Valentine's Day. Like, I don't want them any other time of the year. But I will go and I will buy myself them for Valentine's Day. And I'll eat, like, maybe one or two. And then they'll just sit there after Valentine's Day and I won't eat anymore. But there's something about them that's so fucking good, dude. Like, and it has to be on Valentine's Day. I don't know. I don't know. But, like, you know, like little stuffed animals and stuff, like, it's cute. I get it. Oops. I get it. Like, it's cute. It's whatever. But, like, there's so much pressure to do something. And, like, and, like, you know, like, do you feel disappointed because you didn't do anything? And it's like, all right, well, there we go, February 14th. Like, I saw this one thing and it was like, bitches better not be taking a whole day off of work to get some chocolates and I can't even. It was so funny. It was like, bitches better not be taking a whole day off of work to where they could be making money for some chocolates and some mediocre dick. Ladies, we're doing that. We're catching strays out here because I know, me and myself included, I know multiple people who took off Valentine's Day who did not work on Valentine's Day. For what? maybe, like, some people have partners that they're, like, really invested in and they love them and they're happy and they want to celebrate the holiday. And some people love Valentine's Day. Go you, dude. I fucking do not. And I'm mad at myself because I'll take it off and I'll be like, yeah, Valentine's Day. And then it'll just be shitty all the time. And I'm like, I could have made money today. Like last year I made money. I worked on Valentine's Day and did I make money on Valentine's Day. And then I went home, got 2 bottles of Barefoot Pinot Grigio, the big ones, the big ones, and enjoyed my night by myself. Happy Valentine's Day. I will say I do appreciate Valentine's Day for that reason, though. I do like holidays like that because, people they take off or they have time off, they're going to go do something, and it just so happens to be where I'm working, and then, people pay the big bucks and stuff. If you're on a date, you better fucking tip. There you go. Or like some places have those like Valentine's Day deals where you come and you sign up for the dinner, whatever, and you get all this stuff in the dinner, and you and your person are there, and it's like, oh, look at all this stuff we got. Oh, our server's so amazing. Oh my God, they're wearing a white button-up and pants. Me, like at a nicer place where like Jack Brown's, we did an anti-Valentine's Day party. We did Sick of Love. Sycamore did a tap takeover, and I after I got dumped, I went to my work to go see how the party was going, and it was interesting, like seeing, people they had like this board where it was like, right, like the, like a crazy story about your ex, and we'll put it on the board, and mine was up there, and did like just like an ex-husband story, because that's like one of my fucking defining personality traits is that I was married. And like it was just like all these people were like, oh yeah, I hate being alone. And I literally was in there, wasn't even there for the party. I was there to get my shifty burger for the day, and I just was sitting there. And they're like, oh, hey, how you doing? And I was like, I just got dumped. Kind of. I don't know. And I was sad about it, but like, I got a burger. I didn't even eat it. And just fucking took it home. I was like, whatever. And it just sat there, and I was like, I don't want this shit. I'm not hungry. And then I fucking got some jalapeno pretzels and watched Dirty Dancing the day after Valentine's Day. Not a huge fan of the holiday. Huge fan of rom-coms, though. I love Pride and Prejudice. I would kind of mention that a bit earlier. So, I feel like growing up is like wanting a Mr. Darcy, but then realizing you should want a Mr. Bingley. You should want a Mr. Bingley. Or I don't even know if I would want anyone, actually. Would I want a Mr. Bingley? If you're not familiar with Pride and Prejudice, it's, get familiar. I'm on a Jane Austen fucking kick right now. I watched Sense and Sensibility the other day. I've been watching every rendition of Pride and Prejudice that I can find because I watched Emma. Like, I'm going in for some reason. I just want to feel like a woman. Like Shania Twaining that shit. That was ridiculous. Can you believe that? That was ridiculous. But yeah, no. I realized that, like, I've had, like I mentioned, I've had those relationships where it's very rom-com-y and it's very back and forth, and, and there's like, I even like, I wrote exactly what I'm trying to describe. And I was like, like the back and forth, the enemies to lover. I love that shit. The whole, like the quarrel and the grand professions of love, and you guys are arguing, and then there's a moment where you're looking at each other, and then you just kiss, and it's like, all this. It makes for amazing storytelling. It makes me feel good while I'm sitting there eating my popcorn. Makes me feel great. Living in that shit? No. Ladies, we are not here for that. Enemies to lovers is nice, but it's such like it's a difficult thing. It's a difficult storyline to have. Like, I like despising someone and then realizing you love them. Like, it feels so like playgroundy, It's like, oh, I hate you so much. Oh, I've always been mean to you because I love you. No, no, that's not what people do or should do. I feel like I'm just such like a blunt person where I'm like, hey, this is how I feel. For people listening, I'm holding my hand out and then just motioning to it sarcastically with my charm and wit laced into it. It's just one of those things where it's like, I think they're cool and I love watching it and taking in these stories, but God, I would hate to live in them. And like, even in the moments that I've had, it's been horrible. Like, it's needlessly complex and difficult, and I don't know, for just the sake of being difficult. I don't know. maybe that's just me. And especially today, like we've talked about it a little bit, about how difficult love is. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have been humbled the past couple months, and it's only just starting out. I've been HUMBLED. Oh God, I'm stupid. Hold on. HUMBLE. Yeah, okay. I just don't have confidence. And see, this is the problem. You know why I don't have confidence? Because it's been shooketh by men. Period. Men. And, maybe that's probably why I'm just not a huge fan of Valentine's Day. Because I often do get kind of like let down when it comes to relationships. And a lot of it is my fault. That's the thing. I can admit openly that I am a fucking menace to society and to any man who is with me. And whether or not they want to put up with that, that's fine. And I'm not proud of it. I mean, it sucks. Like, I go to therapy. I mean, I'm working on it. I'm young. I am young. And I was talking with someone about, like, the whole concept of, like, me feeling like this pressure about Valentine's Day, me feeling upset and, like with like, being dumped. It is not something that regularly happens to me, believe it or not. It's something that it's an unfamiliar feeling. So whenever the whole thing happened, I was like feeling fucking shit. And like, I was like, damn, like I feel horrible. And I was going through like all the stages of grief at once. And it was like, oh, I'm sad. And then I was like denial and then anger and then contemplate. I don't remember the stages of grief, but either way, like it was like a barely anything relationship. And I'm like, why am I so upset? And it's like, all right, I'm young as fuck. And this is a blip, nothing but a small little itty bitty baby blip in the grand scheme of things of which is my life. And yeah, you know what? I've had a lot of blips and I've had a lot of shit happen, whether it's regarding to romance, whether it's my academic career or my family or my friendships, all this stuff. Like, if you really think about what I said earlier about when you think about old Valentine's days and stuff like that, whenever I think about it, I really don't remember. And that's just one of those things where I have to sit there and look at these moments where it's like, damn, this fucking sucks. And just like zoom out on it a bit and make it small and just be like, yeah, it does fucking suck. Learning my lesson from it, cool. Moving on. It's something we all got to do. You got to realize these little moments in life are small, little itty bitty moments, and they will pass. As long as I'm not saying just like be like, oh fuck it, nothing matters, YOLO. Like, oh God, I haven't said YOLO. Oh, I'm so sorry. But anyways, like these little things, like they are inconsequential. Like genuinely, if you do something wrong or something happens, or someone dumps you, or I don't know, like you make like a big mistake, something like that. Take the moment. Let's do an exercise together. Lift your hands. Take the moment. Take a look at it, okay? Look at it. All right. Take it in, what you did. Learn from it. Got it? And detach and move on. Don't give something more time than it needs. It's one of those things where it's like there's a big difference between detaching and disassociating. Because when you detach, you acknowledge, you learn, and then you move on from it. You don't let it drag you down. You can't hold on to the baggage. I mean, you can sift through it, get what you need out of it, then fucking drop it at the door. It's heavy. When you leave your house, you don't bring every fucking thing you own with you. I don't know. But when it comes to disassociating, like you see that there's a problem, and you're like, I choose to pretend that doesn't exist, and then you learn nothing. Don't do that. Don't do that. I meant to mention this in the last episode. Detaching versus disassociation. It's a very cool skill that I've been trying to like tune lately, like in life there really is no loss. There really is no loss. There really is no struggle. There are only lessons in different circumstances. There are only lessons and stuff in different forms. And it's like, yes, does shit hurt sometimes? Hell yeah. Yes, stuff hurts. You're a human being. You feel emotions. Like, you're lonely on Valentine's Day and you text your ex, don't do that. Do not do that. No, we're not. Obi won't let it happen. But Anyways, like, like you're lonely or you're upset and you're like, you have these sad feelings, but just like realize, like, in the moment, like, okay, I'm feeling sad. I feel not good. Acknowledge it, see it, feel it, but then move on from it. You can't let it just continue to build up and go and go and go. Like, that's something I've been trying to do lately because I've mentioned it before. I'm very open about my mental health and stuff, and I struggle with that shit often, and I have done nothing but emphasize that to you guys. But I've really been trying to focus on the skill of detaching and just like really feeling and understanding myself and my emotions. I am trying to understand, why do I hate Valentine's Day? It's because of the pressure that you associate with it. You get so worried about everything trying to be perfect that you always have bad Valentine's Day. Like, can you really, Bria, Obi? I said my real name. Oh no, like you guys don't fucking know. Anyways, Obi, sit there and think, like, why do you hate Valentine's Day? You just don't like the unnecessary pressure. And I think that's what it is. I think I don't like me no likey. I don't want any stress. I have a lot of like stuff that's unresolved in my life, whether it is with men, whether it is with myself. And yeah, no, I think I just gotta work on that and not give a fuck about Valentine's Day, because I was so worried about it being perfect that I wasn't worried about if I was okay or not, I wanted to feel normal so bad. I wanted to drink. I don't know if you guys know this, but I can't. Like, my body physically rejects alcohol, and I didn't. I made the mistake from it. All that happening made me kind of realize it's like, okay, don't put that unnecessary pressure on Valentine's Day. It's fine. Just move on from it. That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't fuck with Valentine's Day, but if you do, that's fine. Go you. I hope you're happy. I don't know. That's the episode. There it is. I'm trying to do another guest episode soon. If you guys are interested in that, I'm thinking about having some cool peeps on. We're going to cover some interesting topics. We will see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But thank you guys so much for listening. Always a pleasure. Pleasure? Always a pleasure. I'm so sorry. Always a pleasure. If you guys do me a huge favor, will you please, pretty please, share this episode with your friends, your family, your dog, if they want to listen. Maybe your exes want to hear it. Maybe, someone who loves Valentine's Day, someone who hates Valentine's Day. Give them a crisp high five for me. But yeah, no, if you don't forget also to follow About That with Obi on Instagram and subscribe to the YouTube channel About That with Obi. And you might as well go ahead and follow Small Stuff Media on Instagram. Always got some cool stuff going on. And yeah, I will see you guys next Friday. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.